Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're actually checking out something pretty cool. So this is the Goovis A1. So it's a personal 3D head-mounted display that's basically going to give you a private movie theater that's just strapped onto your face. Now, before I jump into the actual unboxing, let's quickly talk about what this actually is and some of the accessories that you can get to go along with it. Some of them I don't have, but some of them I do have. First off, the A1 uses a dual micro OLED screens, so the image quality should be super sharp, color should be rich, and honestly, it should feel like you're sitting in front of a nice big massive screen. Bonus of this is that you can connect it to, let's say, your Mac, your PC, your smartphone, a console, something like a Steam Deck, which is something I will try, to be able to watch movies, stream YouTube, or play basically your favorite games. So think of it as your own portable cinema. Whether you're at home, traveling, or even just relaxing around the house or in bed, this could come in handy. Now, Goovis also has a few optional accessories worth mentioning. So they do have a carry case to protect the headset. They have a battery and a casting base that lets you go even more wireless. They even have a custom, I can't pronounce this, astigmative or for those with prescription lenses if you need them. So I would say, yeah, it's overall, it's nice and flexible. So that's a little bit of talking. So we're going to actually get into the unboxing right now of this and see what actually comes in these boxes. Okay, so first off, we do have some of their accessories. Now, again, they do have other accessories. And of course, I can't really show you those because I don't have them, but I do have a bunch of accessories here that we will show you. But first off, and I have opened it, this is the unit here. Comes really well presented, of course. It's a very nice box. You do get some cleaning cloths, which is cool. You do get a USB-C to USB-C. This is going to be for you and I to plug this into your phone or your tablet or whatever it is. And this is the unit. And here's what I like about it. You really don't require any kind of extra software, right? It just this is it. It says this is it here. So I'm gonna actually spin my hat backwards because you kind of have to for something like this. And they do have, of course, little things here for for fine tuning on both sides to make sure you get your eyes in the right spot. They do have some different buttons here again for, I think, for magnification. You do have a lock and unlock button here so that you can lock these in place so that they don't move. All right, a lot of cool little things on the actual back of the strap. So the part that goes over your forehead. This is where you're gonna have, it looks like a headphone out, and you're gonna have, I believe on this side it's the actual USB-C connector. So just realize you are gonna have a cable floating off the side of your head. But are you gonna look a little goofy? Yeah, I would say the chances are good. So you just kind of put this on like so, right? Did I even put this on right? Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm all like, what's going on here? Anyways, this is it. This is the madness right there, right? So you get it all nice and straight, and you look, I don't know, it looked like you're ready for war games, I guess. I don't even know what better way to say it. And then, just to take this back off, you are, of course, going to have, again, your little locks. I think this one here is your power right there. So it's very, I have to say it is well built. Like, it's for something that's considered like they're light, I want to say, right? It does have a fair bit of weight to it. Like, it's really got a nice build. You will see here too, for transporting it, they do have little lens caps, so you can put these on and off, so you're not going to get your lenses dirty or damaged or anything like that. So little lens caps that go on there. And I'll kind of show this to you in a second once we have all the accessories out. Anyways, this is the actual unit itself. Yes? Yes, that's the unit with the little cable. Cool. Okay. So then we get, for those of you that are like, the head strap's nice, but maybe you want a nicer. And I at one point had a knife. All right, so this is what you're gonna get, and it does come with a little zero pressure headband elite. Oh yes, the headband elite. So it says align the snaps on both sides of the head back brace, sockets on both, right? There you go. Shows you how to put these on. And I'm guessing that's all. That's it. So if you look at these, yes, I guess this snaps in. Well, these just have little Velcro. So I'm wondering if that's all this needs, because these are going to make it a little less light, but it would also, I would think, make it way more comfortable. And yeah, see, I like that because you get rid of that Velcro, right? You get rid of the Velcro and you have this, which is like what you see on like some helmets and that like this. So this actually turns and it snugs it in. And you could actually see how these move, right? So that's what you snugs those into place, which I think that's a little bit of all right. And you are gonna get these. I don't even know what these are. These are extra cool pads for something. Anyways, I'm gonna put this on. Give me a second here. Okay, give me a second. My guess is all you need to do with this is undo those. That's my guess, right? Undo these. Yes. Okay. And then maybe these just go into these little side snaps like so. Yes. Snug. Goggles. Okay. I thought these were decently comfortable. This is way better. That's way better. Now, what are these? What are these little rubber things? So my guess is anti-slip silicone pods. Below adjustment only for that. So align the snaps on both backs and the sockets on both sides and thread them in, which we're good. We've got it. We're done that. So these are anti-slip. I don't necessarily know where the anti-slip would go. My guess is somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, that's a keeper for sure. I like that. That I'm keeping on there because I think that's excellent without question. Now my hat feels really big. Anyways, you go down here. Now for some of you like me, again, you want to make sure you have like a drone that has the capabilities of having like, let's say, a USB-C out or something like that, especially if you have like a controller. This is their new hat. So it's basically a baseball hat. But as far as I can tell, you just instead of wearing right the whole mask with your hat like I just did, it actually says stick tape to the mount. Okay, so on this part here, slide the mount through the cutout of the brim, secure the camera to it. I see what's going on here. Again, not that I'm necessarily going to do this, but you can kind of see all this extra padding, which you don't normally have with a normal baseball hat, right? This can come out. Get rid of that. Start extra padding this so that it feels like a normal hat normally, but you can open this and you get a hole. So I'll just do a basic, right? A basic rundown, just so you guys can see. Let's just undo this for a second because I think that's cool. And simply, in all theory, because this is Velcro, right? Then you would just kind of, so you put that through there. Then this would Velcro onto the front, and you'd have your goggles inside, right? So now you'd have it like this inside there, and you could be wearing your goggles while you have your baseball hat on. Okay, that's cool. I like that. I do like the fact that they built it in a way that, you know, for the most part, it's very easy for everything to like pop off and pop on again. So you don't have to be like, oh, it's going to take me like 4 hours to switch this from baseball hat to normal. You know, when I'm done, I'm good. I take that off, you know, throw that over there. Hardest part for me is, again, figuring out which way. Well, it shouldn't be right and left. It's just because it's Sunday. That's all. Anyways, that goes in there. That goes in there. You're ready to go back to the races, right? Excellent. Then you have probably one of the neatest little parts is you know, this right here. So nice and simple. This is basically an Android TV box. As far as I can tell, it's battery operated, right? Because it does have some weight to it for sure. It's not like stupid heavy, but let's say you're traveling somewhere and you know, it happens to me all the time. You get to like a hotel and you're like, well, that's a nice hotel. It's got a nice TV, not a smart TV. So you don't actually have anything to watch, you know? So that is that. And then inside here, right? Because that's your little Android TV box right there. Cool. And then you also get inside here. I'm guessing, is this like a little, maybe a battery? The power that? Yeah. Yeah. Right? So, cool little things. You get a whole bunch of stuff. I need a case now. That's what I need. I need a case. Okay, that's all going down here. You do get a little remote, because again, how do you control it? With your remote. Does it come with batteries? I don't think so. USB-A to USB-C. This, of course, is a little, oh, that's sweet. So this is like that little dock. This is like kind of the dock they have. So this is your battery, right, to power it. And then this, you just take this magnetic, sit that in your pocket, and it has an SD card reader. So if you have stuff on an SD, you're golden, right? Or you can bypass an HDMI straight into this. So now you have like an HDMI signal coming out to your USB-C, which plugs into here. What a cool little device. Now you got an Android TV, so you know you're smart TV and on the go is what you are. Smart TV and on the that's sweet. That's coming with me on my trip. Plus you get a little remote. Yep. Cool. And then last but not least is this. This is the HDMI to Type-C adapter. So again, for instance, me playing on the Steam Deck, right? Or anything like that may only have an HDMI out because it can't actually push out through the USB-C port. Then you have a converter, right? So you have HDMI. So HDMI comes here, cool, into this, USB-C, off you go, right? So now it is compatible with your new headset, which again, very cool. And this is not overly large, right? And it does come with a little USB-C adapter and this little plug-in to be able to power it, I guess. All right, I'm gonna be trying this all in my review video, which will be coming out soon. Anyways, just so you guys can see it, because that is all kinds of amazingness. I don't know. Well, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this completely, but I'll try. Anyways, this, and let's say this. If I plug this into my phone can push out video through the USB-C port. Okay. Which means if I take this and just plug this into the headset. Now, what you could also do, because as I kind of talked about, is that you have that ability to plug in a headset. I think it just, as soon as it detects the signal, it just turns on. That's what I think. Anyways, let's just unplug that. Yep. I don't know if you guys can see. It's all lit up. Anyways, let's just turn you back around again, and put you on, and do this. Yep, there it is. The only thing that you have to kind of get used to, right, is that you have to look at each side and get it in that right spot. And it even has, as far as I can tell, it does have a 3D mode. So you can go 2D or 3D. There's a little volume adjuster. And if you stick it up like this, it pauses, which is cool. Before I put it on, I just want to hold this. And I think we have a lock. We have a unlock. We have a button on this side. Yeah, this button on this side is 3D mode and not in 2D mode. And then this side over here is brightness. So you can adjust your brightness. And this side over here is a volume. So volume up, volume. Because they do have their own speakers in them, which is kind of cool. And then these little buttons on the here, is got to be for adjusting the clarity of them, right? Depending on the distance. So you can kind of adjust where you are, which is also good, especially if you're wearing glasses, because if you are wearing glasses, you can still have these on, right? So that you can set them the way you need them so that they're good and just get them in your spot. Now, are they perfect? No, because, you know, everybody's eyes are kind of in a different spot. But if you're fortunate enough that your eyes are good, then I would say you're good. And then I can turn this way. So if I go into, let's say I go into the YouTubes, right? YouTube. and I come here and I say, all right, home. I'm just going to watch whatever. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to watch this video right there. So that's a short. I don't know if you can hear the sound.
Welcome back. This is Erden over at Riverside and in Triumph. Here's the 2024 Ending Pursuit Dark Horse.
Yeah, so is it better than watching it on your phone? Yeah, I would say it would be. Is it perfect? I don't know if it's perfect. For me, I can't, like, I have issues with things that are close, so because of that, I have to make sure that I adjust these properly for me. Okay, that's pretty good. Start there, right? And just kind of get it where I want it. Yeah, you know what? That's all right. And I'm watching a short here, so it's probably not the best thing. Let's see, I'd pick one of these, and I made it very full screen. Yeah, it's cool, right? And it's a 1080p, so it's fine, right? Which is good, especially on something this size. It's not like ridiculously sharp, but again, I probably should be wearing my glasses. So this is a, I want to say, an initial thought view, just to kind of give you my thoughts on this. Because Goovis did send it out, but I don't want to rush and tell you, oh, it's awesome, when, you know, possibly there may be some things that I may not like about it. So I am going to be going again on a trip. So I will talk to you guys a little bit after I come back. That's a bit about the Goovis A1 and some of the accessories. Kind of a slick little piece of tech for sure. So let's talk about, you know, who this is for, who it's not for, and when something like this may become, depending on your scenario, a must buy. So I'd say that if you're someone who actually loves watching movies, let's say Netflix, YouTube, or even like gaming when you're on the go, this is definitely going to be something that you may be interested. It's going to be great for travelers or anyone who really wants that big screen experience without any of the hassle of bringing a projector or plugging into a big TV. You can hook it up to your Steam Deck, your Switch, your laptop, and even your phone. Again, as long as it has a USB-C out, and instantly have your own personal theater, which is kind of cool. Now, this isn't for everybody, so if you're not into wearing a headset, or if you possibly get motion sick easily, this may not be your thing. And if your devices can't, again, output video through a USB-C with a display port or an HDMI, you won't be able to use it till its full potential. But for the right person, especially if you love portable tech and you want that high-end private viewing experience anywhere, you know, not just when you're sitting at home, then this thing could easily be a must-buy. It's going to be perfect for flights, for hotel stays, or even just, you know, chilling at home after a long day, especially if you want to just go rest in bed or on the couch. So I think that's pretty cool. So if you are interested, I'll put a link down below. I want to reach out and say a big thanks to Goovis for actually sending this out. And as always, if you did find this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, drop a comment, especially if you've used one of these, because, you know, putting it in practice is probably the best review. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Now, just before I leave, I do want to make sure that I use some of these accessories out and about in the real world. So again, for my travels, which I think this is going to actually come in handy, and with things like their G.Cap here, I do think that I want to try it flying a drone. So I think that could be interesting. I just have to make sure that my drone is compatible with doing that. Anyways, again, that's it. I'm going to leave you guys there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Links down below, and I'm out. Later.